that will never be truly part of the equality movement that we are seeing in our society. We're seeing this fake equality movement. I call it fake because these people aren't really genuine about wanting true equality. But be that as it may, make sure that y'all like the stream as you come in. Shout out to the moderators and the members who joined the chat as the chat elite. They become members. Y'all know what's crazy? Our bonuses, I didn't know you could read my mind, man. As far as like my Jada Black channel goes, it now allows me to have members over there. I still have to set it up, but you can, once I get it all set up, it should take maybe a couple days or so. But I should have membership set up over there. Okay, I should have membership set up over there on that channel soon. You know, but we definitely gonna get into it, man. Let's see who's here. Let's see, D, our bonus, Tanner, Vern, True, K Nicole, Cameron, Brittany B, La Original, Vern 85, Kyle, Darren, Michael, Gerard, Vern. See, Josh, K Patrick, Mellow Bird, Mari, Alibaba, Unique, Jessica Lee, John, DT Artman, Book Out of Case, B. Williams, Dana, Lena M, Paul, let's see, Israel, Jamar, Obi, Ricky E245, so on, Truist, Dude. You like the stream, people. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, right? I even posted something to my community tab on my Jada Black channel. Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj had a back and forth on Twitter. Shout out to Humble Beast. What's good, Jay? And what's good, Room? Like the stream. Definitely like the stream. What's good, Jeffrey? They had a Twitter back and forth, okay? Nicki Minaj was calling Meek Mill an abuser. Meek Mill was talking about how she defended her brother who was convicted of assaulting a minor that was around him, right? And they were going back and forth, right, on Twitter. I just want to say this, man. Like, when it comes to getting over exes, and you know, that back and forth actually, it basically validated the video that I produced. I told people that she and her husband confronted Meek Mill. It wasn't really the other way around, but then I had her zombies come to the video saying, well, Meek Mill confronted her. Why would Meek Mill confront her? That doesn't make any sense. But then she tweets out that Meek Mill was scared of her husband. So if Meek was scared of her husband, why would he approach them? That doesn't make any sense. But see, this is what happens when you got stans. Stans will listen and take the side of the person they support no matter what. They never can point out the flaws of that person. They can never say, you know what, I support what you do, I like what you do, but that in that situation, you were in the wrong. So if you're telling me, Nikki, that Meek Mill was afraid of your husband, then why do your fans believe that Meek Mill approached and confronted him? For what? Now, it was a video I did a week ago. Y'all might have seen it, which basically proved my point was right. Even the people that was there, you know, I went off the information that was already out there, even the updated information I used in the video, but the Barb's, male or female, Some of them didn't like it, you know. And I just want the stands to do one thing for me. I want you to sincerely apologize to me because y'all were wrong. Because Nikki basically admitted that she and her husband confronted him, and that they were in no danger because he had 10 goons outside. You don't think that Nikki had goons? Like, come on, seriously? Y'all think Nikki just walks around by herself like that? Appreciate that, D Brown. Shout out to you. Said the best show on YouTube. You got damn right. You know? Right, Lena, you do have to separate the artist from the person. If you're a bad person, I'm not gonna defend you. I may like your music, but I'm not gonna defend the moves that you're making. What's good, Felipe? Oh yeah, we got male barbs. Absolutely. There are a lot of male barbs out there. Lil Nas X was a male barb. You know, so there are male barbs out there, man. So you really have to be honest. What's good, Mike? Yeah, Stan, y'all can give me your most sincerest apology. Yeah, I knew I was right. You know, listen, I don't do a video unless I am as sure as I can be in the information. If I'm unsure, like I posted a video about Jadeveon Clowney and a female he was dealing with, right? And she claimed all type of shit about him and his girlfriend, his baby mother. I recorded the video, edited the video, felt good about it until I went back to the article that I had, one of the articles I had looked at, and I saw they had took it down. So I said, man, they never take down anything. So let me go ahead and take this video down. And that's what I did. You know? Because at that point, I really wasn't 100% sure about the video. Yeah, Jessica, that's the thing. Like, the barbs are overlooking the fact that she makes mistakes. I mean, there's a reason why there are people in the industry that don't like her. She did defend and stand by her brother when he was, at that time, accused of what he was accused of, you know. And that's going to segue into this topic. I'm going to get there, but we got time. You know, we got time. You know, we got time. We're going to segue into the topic because what I'm speaking about now, speaking about before then, it has a lot to do with what I'm speaking on. Because we're going to talk about abuse, okay? Because Nikki claimed that Meek Mill beat her. And he beat his sister and he beat his mother. Even though we have never heard anything about Meek Mill being an abuser. Not one shred of any evidence. And this is why I have to reach out to the barbs and say, are y'all going to allow this woman to lie like that? Yeah, like the Johnny Depp situation too. Just lying on people. Now, Gervonta Davis, I mean, that might be a different story. It might be a different story. And I am going to speak on Gervonta. You know, Jay, it's story time. I'm going to do a show and tell for the kids. If Meek Mill would have hit Nicki, we've all would have known about it. Meek Mill, his reputation and his people's view of him was tanking. So why would she be afraid to speak out against him? You know? But anyway. This stream is definitely going to be about the abuse that goes on in relationships, that it's not always the male, it's the females that feel, you know, so empowered to put their hands on grown men. Only, it seems like America, might be the UK too, where women can put their hands on men, and if a man defends himself or retaliates, he's the bad guy. It hasn't always been like that, but I think that women feel so empowered today. They feel as if they can do this and get away with it. And we're going to really discuss it in this show. Because we're going to point out hypocrisies. And we're going to point out the fact that you have females like the female that you're viewing here. This is Ari Fletcher. She's only known for being the baby mom of a rapper, but she's most notably known for being the type of female to put her hands on a man. Okay? But let me finish up on Nicki. You see, Nicki's in a place she's never really been at. You know, she's slowly regressing back to who she was before she got famous. This is why she's with Kenneth Petty. But what's very interesting is that we're talking about females and them putting their hands on guys. I find it very interesting that Nicki has never addressed, even the Barbs, they've never addressed the fact that Quavo mentioned in a song about not only smashing her, but busting all on her face. None of them have addressed it. They've overlooked it. Even Nicki hasn't addressed it, which means there's probably some truth to that. But because she doesn't want to burn any more bridges, she doesn't want people, she doesn't want to speak on it, right? Have y'all heard anything else about that? Because trust and believe, if somebody was making something up, I'm sure she would have denied it. But she hasn't denied this. Why y'all think that is? Now, you got Nicki Minaj that want to say that Meek Mill put hands on her. He put hands on other women around him. He's come out and denied it immediately. Why is it that you have certain females that are willing to put out accusations like this way after, not even dealing with the guy no more? You're not dealing with a guy no more, but you want to throw these accusations out. It's only for one reason. That is to harm the reputation, right? It's to harm the reputation. She wants to harm Meek Mill's reputation because Meek Mill has been able to bounce back. Meek Mill ain't trying to get in trouble, man. Yeah, he's being more of a social justice activist, but he's trying to stay on the straight and narrow. He has a kid on the way, with the new female. He already has only two others, right? So this would basically be another one. So this is sort of like a, turning the page, situation right now. And maybe Nicki doesn't like that. Maybe she doesn't like the fact that he sort of settled down. He squashed beef. He's not the same guy he was when he first got with Nicki. Meek Mill was a little bit more immature. He was probably a little bit more cocky, But now, after some years of going by, I think he realized, you know what? I need to focus on getting money. I need to focus on my career. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he doesn't think about her, but if you look at the situation that happened at the store in Beverly Hills, and we're going to get to Ari, do you really think that Meek Mill wants to throw away everything that he's trying to build up over an ex that really doesn't have much to lose right now? We don't know what's being said between mutual friends or in certain groups. We only see what we see on social media. And I think that what I have noticed is that when it comes to relationships, you have women who tend to throw out accusations towards their ex-boyfriends or ex-husbands about how that guy, got physical with them. Why is that? But then when we hear about Ari and we see video proof of Ari putting her hands on dudes, people want to brush it off like it's nothing. They think it's funny. Why is it funny when they do it? Why is it funny when you have females who want to sit up there and try to basically punk a grown man? But then if that guy defends himself or doesn't run away, he's automatically seen as the bad guy. How could you do this or that? What you have to understand is not everybody's the same. Not everybody's the same. You know, not everybody grew up the same way. Not everybody may have had father figures or had the best mothers. So you don't know what their mentality is. People handle things in different ways. But I'm just tired of seeing females like Ari. And this is like the video yesterday, but this is actually maybe my second time addressing, Ari, aka the baby mother from one rapper. Okay? Now she's gained this reputation for getting physical with grown men. And I haven't seen too many people want to call her out. Even women who don't engage in those behaviors. Because we as men will call each other out. As much as y'all say that we don't call each other out, yes, we do. We do call each other out. And I think that one of the things that women can do is at least call out the behaviors in your group. Because what's going to happen is, if you don't call it out, people are going to see that as you condoning it. And this isn't anything like new, but one of the things that we have to look at in these situations is that these guys have a lot to lose. They do. They have a lot to lose. If they do retaliate, if they do get physical with these females, they're going to end up just like Javante. The situation with Javante is different. He jacked up is his baby mother, which is a complete no-no, especially when cameras are around. You don't do anything like that. I'm talking about if a female is like closed fists, trying to knock it out. Kind of like what Amber Heard did with Johnny Depp. Amber Heard closed fists, shocked Johnny Depp in the face. That's something a woman should never do. I'm sorry. I don't care how mad you get. You don't do that because you don't know how that guy is going to respond. You don't know how that guy is going to respond. But if they know that guy has a lot to lose, he may respond like, Johnny Depp did, basically walk away from the situation. But his mistake is that he kept going back. If you get any sense that a woman that you're with or dealing with or want to deal with has that streak in them, you gotta leave them alone because there's something mentally wrong with them. There's something going on with them. You need to avoid those people at all costs. Those people don't have your best interests at heart. And this is why you're seeing guys talk about how, especially Americanized women, because we see it a lot with Americanized women. Not saying that women from other countries don't engage in the same behaviors. This stuff goes, especially in the UK, this stuff goes on a lot in the UK. We got a lot of guys who, women who are basically doing very foul things to dudes, But in countries that are westernized and countries that is filled with a lot of feminism, what you're going to have is you're going to have men who are marginalized and you got women who will do things and be hypocritical about them because they know they can get away with it. They know that the laws may allow them to get away with it, that people may not take it seriously. A woman getting upset at a guy, that's considered to be funny. But what's hilarious about a woman getting angry, when women get angry, man, they will do some of the worst things imaginable at you if they're angry. Okay, and we have to take that into consideration. And there are people who just don't take that into consideration. Now with Ari, she knows that these guys that she dates have a lot to lose, and she knows that if she gets physical with them, that for the most part, they're not going to do anything back. And it emboldens them to do so. This is why I said that Moneybagg Yo needs to leave that relationship Well, I'm gonna say, well, he should have never gotten into a relationship with her in the first place. He should have just smashed and dashed and got out of there. Because this chick has a reputation for getting physical with her boyfriends. She passes off that emotional trauma into her relationships, and it boils over. You know, she has a lot of baggage mentally, emotionally, and she takes that out on the guy, the unlucky guy who dates her. And you have to understand that, man. You know, so you have to, you got to think with the right head, man, because if you think with the wrong head and you wifing up these chicks, man, and you know for sure that this chick has that violent streak in them, and you wife them up as soon as you can, like, come on, man. Why do you think the other guy left and didn't come back? Why do you think the baby father is nowhere near her? He pays her what he has to pay her, and he stays as far away from her as possible, man. Because, you know, they're not trying to get caught up in any type of scandal situations. They're not trying to end up like Gervonta, where you get caught on video jacking up your girl, okay? No one cares about what happened, 2 minutes before that. They only care about what was caught on video. And if you're caught on video doing what he did, it is RIP for your career. You got to be smart out here, man. Nobody cares about your success in your career more than you do. There are people out there that may want to see you fail. Don't give them that satisfaction of you messing up royally and having everything that you work for being thrown away because you got emotional with a female who has clear emotional issues. Don't do it. No, Gervonta Davis with a G, Brittany. Boxer. I don't know who Gervonta is. Gervonta. I got the name in the description. You don't see the Gervonta Davis name in the description of the video I did a while back? Google is your friend. Listen, I'm telling you, man, these chicks, let's be real, man. These chicks be having the light skin and the big butts, whether they're real or fake. And these dudes just lose their mind. They're willing to say, hey, I know that you be fighting these dudes and punching them and all type of shit. But, you looking good. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Like, what's up? Not understand this, she's a man beater. Not understand that this female is a man beater. She beats men. She likes toxic relationships where she can get in your face and talk to you any kind of way and kick you out the house and fight you. Like, there are women who like getting into physical fights with their boyfriends. They will try to date these thug, quote unquote hyper masculine thugs, right? Just so they can belittle them, fight them, son them in a sense. That's what they like to do. There are women like that. They like to basically make a bitch out of these dudes. And they get off on doing that. Ari Fletcher is one of those chicks who get off on trying to make a bitch out of these dudes. Trying to punk them out, trying to disrespect them and belittle them. She gets a kick out of that. And there are females like this. This just ain't the minority. There's a lot of females like that. Especially nowadays, no matter what racial group. You got white women that do it, women of other that they do. They like to belittle the men they're with. Well, if that's the case, Lena, she needs to stop putting her hands on dudes if she's afraid to be alone. That's what she needs to do. Shout out to Saliva. I'm not feeling sorry for these rappers anymore because they're constantly making these functional women's wives and expect the best. Choose back. Well, they're not making them wives. They're making them girlfriends and baby mamas. They're not getting married to these women. They are just sleeping with these women and they're dating these women. They're having kids with these women, but they're not like getting married to them. You know, I will say that. But they are making baby mamas of these chicks, which is even worse if you think about it, because now you tied to this woman with a kid. You're gonna have to deal with her forever. You know. That is true. Nikki is never single and Ari isn't. That's the problem. They go from dude to dude. They don't have a chance to heal. They don't have a chance to heal. And when women don't have a chance to heal, man, they're going to bring that emotional baggage into the next relationship. What's good, William? Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I know some of y'all know some abusive heifers. I know y'all do. But I think that if a woman puts her hands on a man, I mean, you get what you like. Listen, if you get retaliation, like the dude, you know, you punch him in the mouth and he mushes you or clotheslines you. I mean, what do you expect in that situation? Especially if that guy didn't grow up believing all women. Or Wild West, of course, I got some cool mods. I picked them. I picked them. I might pick some more soon. Probably pick some new ones soon. I think I need some new mods too. Just to add to the group. Why not? But shout out to everybody that's here, man. I'm telling you, man, if you punch a dude in his face and he clothesline you, he give you a clothesline from hell. I mean, what did you expect? He didn't grow up to believe all women. That's the thing, Shan. I think some of these guys, again, they see the light skin, they see the long hair, whether it be real or fake. They see the big old ass, and it's real or fake, and they lose their mind. They start thinking with the wrong head. They're like, oh, I'm gonna wife up this thick. I'm gonna wife up this thick IG model, and maybe soon, Brittany. But you always disagreeing with me and shit. No, I'm just joking. They say, oh man, I got this thick, light skin, biracial ambiguous, IG model. And some of these guys just lose it, man. I'm being real. I'm just being honest. That's what happens. From y'all see the videos I do. Look at the women these dudes are with. Look at the dudes. Look at the dudes that I make videos about. Either to be pro athletes or whatever. Look at the women that they're with. Just look at them. That tells you everything you need to know. Most of these women going to the same surgeons. Okay. Most of these women have a similar look. They're Kim Kardashian knockoffs, okay? And they have that look, So I just want y'all to understand that I'm not saying that dark-skinned women or brown-skinned women aren't out here doing the same shit. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you look at the majority of my videos, why is it so easy for me to do a video on an athlete and his girlfriend be light-skinned or racially ambiguous? It's not like I'm picking and choosing. It's the particular topic. And just look at who he's with. Just look at who he's with. What's good, Naima? Now, all right, let me take some phone calls. All right. Don't stay on the line too long. So, let's see. put that in the chat. This phone line should be able to come in loud and clear this time. I think I got everything. Yo, you live. What's going on? Yo, oh man, did it decline? Really? Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Now I'm having issues again. Shout out to Sharp, Meg, and Moneybag Yo on attempt breakup. I mean, it could be that, but the way they're going back and forth with each other. Yo, call back, Aaron. Yo, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey.
Yo, what's
how you
up?
Doing?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
I have a little cold.
I'm all right.
I have a little cold. I'm just letting you know I'm under the weather.
Okay.
But yeah. About the topic, I'm gonna just keep it a whole buck. I'm sorry, but I think that cheating is grounds to get your ass whooped.
Really?
Sorry. I absolutely do.
Well, you know there's gonna be some people that's gonna disagree with that.
I don't do double standards. If you're a good man, you're faithful, you're doing right by your woman, and she decides she wanna go fuck somebody else, by all means, transform into Ike Turner. I know some people don't agree with it, but I do.
Wow.
Personally.
Damn. What?
You know why?
Why? Go ahead.
Oh no, because this is the thing. If I'm being faithful to you, right? I'm not cheating on you. I'm not doing anything to you, and you decide that you want to go and sleep with somebody else. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm gonna beat your ass. Seriously. Because you could easily just break the relationship off. You know what I'm saying? That's the respectable thing to do. It's more respectful to leave somebody than to cheat. But if you're gonna go and cheat, which is beyond disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you're putting somebody's health at risk, because I don't know if everybody knows, there's some STDs that it doesn't matter whether you wear a condom. Herpes is one of them. Herpes is a STD where even if you wear a condom, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. So if you're gonna put my health at risk, motherfucker, I'm gonna return the favor. I'm gonna kill your ass.
That's an interesting point. You would definitely won't want to be catching nothing that's, that somebody else had that you didn't know whoever you was with was fucking with. So I can understand that.
That is the only reason. Self-defense and cheating is the only reason. I don't think anybody would blame Cookie if she beat the shit out of Magic with all the sleeping around he did, and then he had HIV. I don't think anyone would say, "Oh no, Cookie, keep your hands to yourself."
That's crazy.
Nah.
That's crazy. And she stayed with him too.
Pass Cookie to Blicky.
Damn, she stayed with him too.
Beautiful clip. Yeah, but not for nothing. Ari been, and once again, I think that self-defense and cheating are the only two grounds. You're gonna get your ass whooped, period. But in the case of Ari, if you can go on YouTube and look up the videos, Herb and her would just be getting into an argument. Not nothing crazy, just a verbal, back and forth. That's normal. And next thing you know, she would get to swinging, and I'm just like, this bony motherfucker going jab her in her eye with his elbow, and she gonna learn. She gonna be out here looking like One-Eye Willie. She used to hit on him all the time. And the guy that she was dating before, I think his name was Joey, Freeband Joey or something like that. Something like that. I can't remember his name. But I think she tried to stab him, or she beat the shit out of him. And he said something like, why did you try and stab me, or why did you punch me? And she said, because shut the fuck up, that's why. So,
yeah.
I mean, her getting her wig snatched off, I think that was a nice little gesture, because he could have put her through.
Yeah, he could have.
He could have really whipped that.
I responded to somebody in the comments. I said it could have went a whole lot worse than him just snatching the wig off. But embarrassment sometimes can humble a person. So maybe it'll humble her.
Yeah, it's not gonna humble her though. With Gervonta, when the situation with Gervonta happened, a lot of her fans were saying, "Oh, she dodged the bullet," but it's just like she's just as toxic. You guys are saying she dodged the bullet, but because Gervonta grabbed his baby mother, but she's hit men before, so how is she any better? And then I say, 2-3 days later, this situation with her and Moneybagg Yo happened, and it's just like she hit him. So everyone who was getting at Gervonta, which people should be getting at Gervonta, but everyone who was getting at Gervonta as if Ari was so innocent, now if you didn't know, you know that she's no different. So but that's what she likes. She likes that. I don't know the girl. I don't know the problems with the girl. She's a very very pretty girl, but at the same time, some men don't care nothing about that. Unfortunately, she gonna come across an Ike.
Right. Maybe she's trying to avoid that. Maybe she dates dudes that she knows for sure ain't gonna hit her back. Or maybe she is. Maybe she needs that one relationship where the dude just don't take her shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
some girls like that though.
Yeah. I said that earlier. I said that some girls like to get into it with dudes, man.
Nah, I don't. Nobody wants to sit there and argue. I think just in a relationship, you're gonna have your ups and downs. That's normal. Yeah. But there should be a certain level of respect. There's a certain line that shouldn't be crossed.
Yeah.
Physical abuse is one of them. Nobody should be putting their hands on each other. No. And motherfuckers need to be faithful so that you don't have to put your hands on.
Okay. All right,
I'm gonna let you go.
All right, La. Appreciate the call. All right.
All right. Good night, Jay. Bye.
Yeah. Shout out to La Original with the call. Well, the phone lines are open. Y'all call in. Talk about the rise of the abusive woman. What's good, Bella Michelle? See you. Abby, I see you. Like the stream. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hi.
What's up?
Yeah, so I heard the first part of what Lon said. So was this girl cheated on? Is that why she beat the dude?
From my understanding, no, they were at a club and, I guess they got into an argument or whatnot. He walked away and she ran up and punched him in the back, right? And then he snatched her wig off. But this female Ari is known to beat up her boyfriends, and she's known to be recorded doing so. Punching them and things of that nature. They don't really do much back because they don't want to get the backlash. So she's a known man beater. And, that's what we're discussing today about abuse of women in relationships nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if you get with a girl who has a history of abuse, then you did that to yourself. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand why they killed dealing with her, but you have all the world and you choose to deal with someone who has a history of doing this. You did that to yourself. You can look at the thumbnail and can see this girl isn't any good. She's a thug herself.
Yeah, I said that. I said for the most part, a lot of these guys think the wrong head. They'll see her and they're thinking about sleeping with her and dating her, but they don't. I think some of these guys might get turned on by the fact that she's violent. You got that element too. They think they can
I
tame her.
think that's what
You know.
I think they're as stupid as they make themselves out. I mean, no, I don't think they're as stupid as they make themselves out to be. I don't think they're that stupid. I think they do like that. I've heard of guys who like aggressive. They say they like that because they're thinking that. So I don't feel sorry for them. I can look to tell girl, and I see a trap nigga. Okay? That's what I see. They trap.
You're going in and out. You're going in and out, Beth. You're going in and out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a trap nigga. You can look at her and see that. So there's no, she wasn't like that at first. Well, she seemed like she, no. You know what you were doing. I knew what you were doing. You wanted to spread those big old white cheeks and put your penis in that old yeast infection pussy, and now you're mad because she's putting her hands on you.
Well, I think Moneybag said everything is cool, and he's gonna work it out with her until the next incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but this guy has millions of dollars, and he's still talking about he's gonna work it out. So you can't. I told you before. What did I tell you before, Jay? You can't save them. A sucker wants to get licked. A sucker wants to get licked. People have to learn on their own. They have to learn on their own. When she starts trying to stab him, well, maybe if he ends up in the hospital, maybe he can, have a few days in the ICU to think about his behavior and think about his decisions. Maybe he'll learn, maybe he won't.
Well, you would think he would want to learn,
I mean, I don't see a victim here. I see a volunteer. The first time you were a victim, with someone who has a known history, you're not a victim. You're a volunteer at this point.
Yep.
So, and I think all it takes is, one guy, picked the wrong guy, and, he, socks her in the face real hard, and the next thing you know, oh my God, he beat me up. I'm not going to feel sorry for her. So, yeah.
Hey, Gurum, bro, I talked for a whole half of this show. Where was you? Oh, you were late. That's why you didn't hear me talk. This is the taking calls segment, bro. But go ahead, Belle.
Yeah, there are no victims in this situation. I only see volunteers. If you don't like it, don't date a girl with a history of violence. Yeah. You have common sense. Use it.
All right, Beth. I'm gonna get to some more calls, but thanks for calling in. All right, Beth. All right, shout out to Beth with the call. Let me tell you something, man. When y'all come to my show late and y'all didn't hear anything I said because y'all were late, don't tell me I need to talk more. I'm not gonna talk for 2 hours, sir. I'm gonna take phone calls. I'm gonna talk for the first maybe 25, 30, 35 minutes, and then I'm gonna take phone calls. That's how I do things, okay? Stop comparing me to whoever it is you watch who talk for 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking hours. Okay? You live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Yeah, what up, bro? It's D-Stroke on, and
what's up, man?
I want to kind of approach this from a different angle, man. Like, I think, which we've seen a lot now, man, is a decline. It's a heavy decline in strong men, dominant men, man, that be quick to tell a chick, back the fuck up, slow your roll, you have a lot of people that date opportunistically, man. Like, you have a lot of females that will go after dudes that are not like that, you know what I'm saying? Because they see kind of like an easy win there. They know, okay, this dude is going to be a pushover. He's not going to be the type to put his foot down with me, so I'm basically going to be able to do whatever the fuck I want. I can slap him, call him with all kind of names, and he ain't going to do shit because he's a punk, I see a lot of that, man. It's crazy how society works, man. For every 100 white knights out there that will be ready to rush to the defense of some thought that's sitting there beating up a dude for no reason, it's like, where are the females at in that situation, man. Because it sure as hell would be nice to have some Wonder Women out there, man, come and save the day. You know, when they see something like that going on, man, like I saw this video recently, man, where it was like, damn, it's like the whole hood showed out, man. You know what I mean? Ready to beat this dude ass, man, because of some white girl that he was dating, you know, like tried to clown him or whatever. But you don't see that same situation where, you have like females come and step up and check the female that's acting dysfunctional. Be like, whoa, hold up, sis. You know what I mean? Like, what you doing? But you never see that. Instead, it's just kind of like, it's accepted. And that's not something that should be accepted, because this is just going to lead to more bullshit, man. You're gonna have more gender equality videos on YouTube.
Yeah. That's why a lot of times I'm indifferent in these situations, because I understand that you chose her, but then you still want to be able to call out their behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's an ongoing cycle, man. It needs to end. And I'm wondering, like, if not, like, this is something that's directly related to maybe their childhood, man. Like, is that why they act the way they act, or is this just because they feel like, this whole Me Too movement bullshit or whatever, like, they can just show their ass off and there's nothing gonna happen to them because, I can run and call the cops or whatever, but see, you're gonna end up running across the wrong dude that don't care about going to prison or whatever, and you're gonna beat that ass, or kill you, and then it's like, hey, well, you only have yourself to blame for that. I don't condone violence on either account, but you know what? It is what it is. Listen, man, equal lefts and equal rights. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
But I don't want to tie it up, man.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. Shout out to D for calling now. Let's see. I haven't even missed. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, the lines are open. See you, SRE. What's up? As far as accountability piece go, again, we do hold each other accountable. There are guys who they speak out against domestic violence. They speak on guys who they feel like make us as a whole of men look bad. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you live. What's up?
Hey, it's True ATL. What's up, bro? Just two things I want to say.
All right, what's up,
I
man?
love you.
Appreciate it, man.
And this shit gotta stop. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right, True. Appreciate it, man.
I'll see you back in the chat.
All right, man. Shout out to True.
All right.
Moderator. Yeah, this shit does. And the only way it stops is if you stop getting in relationships with these chicks like this, man. Who they know for a fact be on some aggressive, grimy shit, man. But some guys like that. They get a kick out of that. They think that they can change women. I don't know. You live with Jada Black. What's up?
Jay, this is Shan.
What's good, Shan?
I'm gonna say this quickly. I'm gonna hold the men accountable because I know we like to hold women accountable on your channel. I understand, but I gotta hold these men accountable.
Okay.
Because I've seen it with my own eyes. They like women who act like this. How I know? I have a mom who acts like this. She's aggressive. She likes to fight. I've seen her fight her boyfriends. I used to feel bad for the guys, but now that I'm older and I'm adult, I realize that's what they like. That is truly what they like. They want their woman to take control of them. They like when a girl got a slick mouth, and they like to feel. I don't know if it's an adrenaline rush. I don't know if it's just like a power trip. I don't know what it is. But I used to always wonder, how the heck do they always have men around them? Always. These type of women always have men.
Well, all you have to do is look at how they look. Just look at how they look. That tell you everything.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not even the look, because I'm gonna say this: when women I've seen, they're average women, right? They're not. It's not just a light skin look. These are average, medium brown or dark skin, however you want to classify them. But I think it's the energy that these women emit.
It's a certain type of confidence. It's a certain type of arrogance. And certain types of men, which we would probably call them beta males or whatever, they just submit to women like this. That's what they do. I'm telling you, my mom has had friends from years, and these men, they still want to get with her. They see how she is. They see how crazy. My mom's crazy. They see how crazy she is. They see how aggressive she is. And they still are at her feet like 10 years later. You like, you don't see this lady crazy? that's what they like. That's generally what they like. So I got to hold men accountable. I got to say that these guys, it's not all men, because I do know some men that don't play that.
All right.
But and I can tell you another story. I have an uncle who told me he likes ratchet women. He likes that. It's like spice in his food. It's like hot sauce on his food. Like, he likes that. He don't like no boring chick. He don't want no chick that can't fight.
I've heard that too. I ain't gonna lie. I've heard a dude say that. Yeah.
That's what they like, and I wish that guys would keep it real, because I know we on social media and we gotta be politically correct. We gotta say, we always gotta have a good image for ourselves. But when you look at the type of women that some of these guys date, you like, you don't really live that way, because the type of women you date, they act this way. You like to chase a woman. You like to be at her feet. It makes you feel good to make her feel better when she's cussing you out. Like, that's what some of these guys like, and I know that, because I had guys wanted me to be that way, and I'm like, nah, I'm confident.
They wanted you to be that way. Like, hold on, they wanted you to be aggressive, like talk shit to them and shit.
Yeah, I guess they get that impression because I'm very outspoken.
Yeah.
So they get the impression that I'm that type of woman. I'm very aggressive, and I'm gonna boss you around. I'm gonna tell you what you gonna do or what you not gonna do. I'm gonna be checking on you, checking your phone all day. That's not me though.
So fighting over them, they wanted you to fight over them.
Why you don't fight for our love?
Yeah.
Huh?
They wanted you to fight over them with other females too.
Yes, I've had guys like that, and I promise you, if you grew up in the hood and you date some of these guys, it don't even have to be the hood boogers. Not even the hood dudes, because I don't date the hood dudes. But I guess it's because they're used to these type of women, and they're used to the way how they see women show love is through being aggressive.
Yeah, I can tell you that. Listen, I've seen it. I've seen the chicks in the hood. They are very aggressive. Some the really feminine ones, they don't even date dudes from the hood. Like, the feminine chicks that I knew in the hood, they usually dated guys who were more of a square than a thug. They just didn't live in that neighborhood. They live in another neighborhood across town. They would never date any of the dudes in that particular neighborhood.
Yeah, I think at one point, I think during my early 20s, I started dating people in other cities. We have social media, so I'm like, maybe I need to start dating out. Because I realized that where I was at and the type of people I was around, I was supposed to play this type of role. I'm supposed to be that girl in the club waiting to go fight this other girl because she's trying to talk to my man. But this is what these guys want. A lot of times, even you got some even blue-collar guys, they may not want you fighting, but they may want you to just rough them up sometimes. They may want you choking them out, during having sex and stuff like that. And it's like, some women are just not like that. And that's why I don't like the argument
what's Shane?
We can't.
You know what, Shane?
We don't know how to be feminine. Because I'm like, no, you got some dudes that don't allow a woman to be feminine. They don't want it. Especially if you're black. They're like, they don't want you to act like that.
Shane, let me say this. Like, I can say for myself, I don't want to have to get in no physical altercations with a woman that I'm piping down, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with a woman being able to speak her mind and, show intelligence. But the whole getting in my face, threatening me, fighting me, that's not something I would get off on, okay? I can say for myself, a woman who is more of a submissive demeanor doesn't mean she's a pushover. You can walk all over, shoot in a kind of way. Just that when she's in your presence, she's a certain way. Not aggressive and I gotta fight you all the time to get you. Nah, none of that shit is appealing or attractive. Okay, not with me. I don't know about y'all. Some of y'all may like that. Not me. Okay. Yeah.
And that's why I said with the guys, I would say they would be honest and truthful, because some guys won't admit it. Maybe they're a little ashamed that they have this type of fetish. But they should be like I have a homegirl. She's the same way, like my mom, very rough around the edges. This girl got 5 kids and married. He ain't going nowhere. Where he going? He's not going nowhere. And she's always been rough like that. And I love her for it, but I'm like, that's just who she is, and she says it. She says men like the fact that I'm this way. They like the fact that I have a little bit of a masculine
I bet she's single
edge to
too.
her.
She's
and
single.
She's owning her masculinity. I guess her
She's
masculine
single.
appeal.
Is she single?
No, she's married. She got 5 kids.
Oh my God. Let me just send. Let me just. Well, I can already tell. I feel bad for the guy. I don't even know him. But Shan, I gotta go. Gotta get some more callers. All right.
All right.
Appreciate you calling in. All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bro, shout out to Shan with the call, man. Damn, bro, I feel bad for that guy. You with a masculine wife? God damn. Like, imagine you being married to a woman having multiple kids, and she just full on masculine, talking to you like you one of her male friends and shit, man. Imagine being that guy. Oh man. Let's just have a moment of like sincere like thoughts for that guy, man. A moment of sincere thoughts. Wow. He's married. Wow. He's married to that. Wow. Well, he must like a dominant woman. Imagine being with a woman that's dominant. You know, talk to you like she your mama. See, the one thing about growing up is that the only woman that talks to you crazy and is sort of domineering over you is your mother. But once you become an adult, like, you don't deal with that. But imagine your wife being dominant over you. I couldn't date that she dude, Jay. Oh man, listen, man. I like to be in control of my situation, of my destiny, and of my house. Okay, I'm gonna be the head nigga here in charge. Okay, ain't no woman gonna be dominating a goddamn thing. Okay, unless I put her in charge of something, give her something to do. But other than that, that's her big hell no. Okay, especially if I'm paying bills. Now, if I'm one of these dudes who's broke and bummy and living off a woman, that's different. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on? Yo, what's up?
Man, my call finally come through. This Gerard.
What's good, Gerard? Yes, you are finally on, man. What's going on with you?
What's up? This Gerard from the NO. What's that, Brody?
Nothing much, man. Shout out to the NO.
Man, this is an interesting topic. I'm gonna keep it 100. Ari is she's just an attractive piece of ass.
Right.
I say it in the chat. And I'm just being real. She's not the type that you wifey. She's the type you hit it, and if you can deal with her attitude, if you can deal with that aggressiveness, that's you. Not every man can deal with that.
Yeah. Nope.
But I know I couldn't deal with it. I've never been with a chick that put her hands on me. Right. Never. Me neither. Never. If she did, she would get gut checked. I would try my best to hold back, but hey, I'm short, man. I'm like 5'6". Okay. Now if she's like 5, if she's like 5'9", 5'11", and she got some skills, I can't hold back. She probably overpower me. But that's all Ari is, and those type of dudes are attractive to Ari. She wouldn't be attractive to she wouldn't be in a relationship with a square type of dude. I just don't see that. I just don't see that happen. A real man, he's not gonna put up with that. He's not gonna put up with her immaturity. I mean, she's attractive, but how much of her immaturity is you willing to put up with? Right. That's another question. Right. How much of it you willing to put up with? Me personally, I couldn't do it because it'll start to it would aggravate the hell out of me until I just say, I'm just gonna delete her number off my phone, and she going about her business, I go about my business, and that's just it, man. That's it. And you have a whole lot of women out here like that. A whole lot of women.
Yeah, I said in the video, there's a lot of women you can choose. Why choose this one unless you like that type of behavior?
Right. And And I'm gonna say this: us men, we have to really pay attention to the signs. Takes time and patience.
Yeah.
But them red flags will come. Them red flags will come out. That childish behavior, the temper tantrums, and all that, the ADHD. You're gonna see it, and when you see them signs, if you stay, you are accepting that behavior. Now, if you go, then you're not accepting it.
Yeah. Definitely pay attention.
But but that's all I wanted to say. I remember one of your shows that tried to call in. I don't know why I just couldn't call in. But,
yeah, man. Some shows, man, it'd be a lot of calls. But I appreciate your call today. All right.
All right, holla back.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, man. The lines be locked up. What's good, Miss Holmes? I see you. Shout out to Ernest Wilcox, super chat. Some shows, man, it probably be about 30 people calling in. And then you give them some time to give some, it's going to, man, you know. I don't know, man. If I had a co-host or something, maybe I could do it. The show would be probably longer, you know. But yeah, man, some shows, man, and it'd probably be a lot of phone calls, you know. Especially on like of a show is the topic is real divisive and you got people going at it. Like the show I did last week, everybody was at each other's neck. You had women going at each other and you got dudes trying to come at me for whatever reason. So that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? That lets you know you having a show. When you got people going back and forth with each other in the chat room, then you got dudes coming at me randomly, you know? Then maybe you know that you got a damn show, and you're sure, and I'm sure I'm gonna have at least probably 20 to 25 or 30 people calling in, probably more than that calling in, because y'all understand. On a slow night, as far as calls, I may get maybe 10, but on a show where the topic is like really like heavy, I might get about 30 some odd callers, probably even more than that, depending on the topic. That's just how it is with some of these shows, man. That's how I can get. You know. Yeah, JD, Miles, that's why I'm speaking on it, man. I like to be ahead of the curve, you know. Destiny says I'm ready to co-host. I might do some auditions. Send me the audition videos. You know, but yeah, man, depending on the topic would depend on how many callers, man. Like the topic last week, man, I had nothing but caller after caller after caller. You know, that's just how it is with certain shows, man. But I know for the podcast, I definitely want to get a co-host. To record, maybe, you know, to record an episode too. It's all about just figuring out how I'm gonna do that. Get, you know, but I think it'll be fun. I think when y'all hear the final product, y'all be like, y'all really like it. But no egos involved, okay? No egos involved. I'll let you beat up something. Oh, man. Cool down before the fight. I don't know. I may let Shan go. So I don't know. That's Shan. Y'all like Shan when she called in. Oh, man. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. But we definitely got to talk about these abusive women, man. Is there any guy that's listening that has, you know, that was in an abusive relationship with a woman and you want to call in, you can. You know, people, you know, are comfortable talking to me. So if there's something that you want to speak on, you can, you know. I've seen those situations too, Jonathan. Appreciate that, Bella. Let's see, let me go back. How do I get out of this? Let me go back. Go back. You know? So your thoughts, what you think is? Broski, the only people that are saying that are people that don't like me. People that don't like me. I'm one of those people that tells some of these other guys to stop getting upset when you see women around. So I think I'm gonna be far from that, broski. You're live. Okay, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, this is S. Reed.
S. Reed, what's up with you?
Not a lot. I want to call in and chime in about this topic. Unfortunately, this right here is so normal and it's terrible, and abuse and fighting, that's affected my life in all types of ways. So, but the thing is that you can see how people are just by talking to them. So when you're dating, and if somebody likes to argue a lot, or if you ask them a question about their history and they done did something crazy before, that means don't date them. You know what I mean? But I see on these reality TV shows, and some of the women, they be looking beautiful as shit, but they be putting the foop-fops on these celebrity dudes' heads and each other, and, they just like to do this. But as far as a relationship goes, the type of person I am is that I am sensitive to men's tones and them acting aggressive to me, because I was in an abusive situation, my first ever relationship. And the thing is, there's something called a trauma bond. And men can have this too. They may have the fetishes like that woman said, but there's something called a trauma bond that when people are in relationships and they constantly fighting and they don't want to leave, that's what's called a trauma bond. Or you can be in a fetish, you know what I mean? And like during my like, say if I'm dealing with a man and he's had an abusive woman in the past, then that comes out towards me. Like, you can tell, like, he done dealt with an aggressive woman in the past by how he acts. And aggressive people will make you aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, after, when I moved in with my kid's father, I was timid. I ain't never fight nobody, nothing. But by the time I left his house, I was knocking shit over. I was yelling. I was doing all types of things. But that's because that's what he showed me what to do. But ever since that situation, when I had to learn what abuse was, if a man is talking loud or if he wants to argue and things like that, that's because he's had that in the past, and vice versa for those women who's beating those men. They done had that situation before. But you can tell when people are acting a certain way if that's what they're going to do. And all you got to do is ask them, you know what I mean? And they'll tell you, like, hey, I flattened a dude's tires, I busted a window, or I grabbed a bitch's throat and I choked her. Like, they'll tell you what they did. But unfortunately, this is just something that that happens. But I also want to touch the part where having people step up and have your back. That is so freaking vital. And I'm glad that we talked about that, because people will stop if they know you got somebody to back you up, because sometimes people will see things that you don't see. And everybody don't know what abuse is, because it always starts off with something emotional, mind manipulation, or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So having somebody have your back is important. Like, I have my son, there was a girl that was treating him and he was dating her. They had a big old situation, so I had to deal with her. I didn't fight her or anything, but I talked to her, and I'm nice, and I got upset. But then my sister, who is more like fighter type than I am, she called the girl and said, look, bitch, if you come around my nephew again or his house, I'm coming down there beating your ass, and I'm calling the police and sending them to your house. Yes. And the girl went away. Like, she never came back. However, if my son didn't have that, she might have kept coming back. And the same thing with women with men. Like, sometimes you need somebody to have your back and they can watch, like, something ain't right about that woman. This person gonna fight you. Like, I had a courtship a long time ago with somebody, and this is a religious man, a so-called Christian religious man back in the day that I had a courtship with. And one of my little cousins said, would you ever hit Sephora? And he said, well, it depends on what she did. And I'm like,
I'll say this. I'll say this as Reed. People should only ever put their hands on somebody if that person put their hands on them. You know?
Yeah.
And if that person isn't putting their hands on you, then you shouldn't be giving reasons as to why you're going to put your hands on them other than that. If somebody's doing that, then they're clearly somebody that likes to physically, assault other people, But, Esri, I got to go. I got to go. It's maybe a call or two, but thanks for calling in.
More stuff, but okay.
Oh, you have more to say?
Comment section.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you can always send me an email, okay?
All right.
Well, shout out to Esri. I know she had a lot to say, but I'm trying to get as many callers on here as possible. Let me tell you something, broski. I don't know if I roasted you and you in your feels, bro. But if you're that hurt, what's going on, Lisa? If you're that hurt, why are you in my chat, broski? Why are you in my chat looking for attention? Is your feminine, is that feminine, do you have a feminine twitch? Like you having a feminine twitch that you got to act like a female to try to get my attention? You hurt, broski, so you're in my chat looking for attention? It's always these probably ex-groupie fans that are mad because women are in the chat room calling in. They're not used to women calling in to them. They don't get any women calling in whatsoever, any women approaching them. So they want to come in my chat room looking for attention. I know you don't talk to women. I know it's funny because you try to claim I was an incel, bro. Incels don't have people skills. Jay, you talked slick to me 2 years ago. I never forgot. Bro, I'm talking slick to you right now. I'm talking slick to you right now, broski. I'm talking slick to you now, 2 years later. I'm talking slick to you 2 years later. The fact that you holding a grudge for 2 years just shows why women avoid dudes like you, okay? And these dudes be trying to join any movement they can in order to fit in somewhere so they can talk about women. The same women that ain't even looking in their direction. What is it? I told y'all, it's always a dude that want to come at me. What is that? And I'm making a stream about abuse of women. I told y'all, a lot of these guys have more feminine qualities than women. Probably more than this Ari chick. They got more feminine qualities than Ari. This dude been mad for 2 years. And I'm talking slick to you 2 years later. Is single better or being in a relationship better? I think being single, Ms. Holmes, being single is good when you want to be single. But if you want to be in a relationship, I would say wait until you mentally want to be in a relationship, Sometimes we may get in relationships just because we either don't want to be alone or we just want to sleep with somebody. We sell them dreams, and then once we bored or whatever, we just move on. Like, you got to be in it for the long haul. This nigga holding a grudge from 2 years ago. Well, 2 years later, I'm talking shit to you again. You're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hi, Jay. How are you today?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. So I just wanted to call and give my input on this topic today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it's okay for physical altercations in any way. Mm-hmm. However, I do believe that sometimes there are situations where women may go there. You know, I mean, if we're just having like a regular argument, then I don't think so. But, you know, you have to think about like when women are more emotional, especially when they're in love and they have, you know, this, and if they're like pissed off, angry, and in love, then it turns into, they might just smack a guy, you know. But I don't agree with that because, you know, I've seen people women who have been abused, and I just wouldn't want, you know, that type of situation. It's very toxic. I was writing in the chat, and I spoke about how I just recently I was at my friend's house, and I was woken up out of my sleep at like 2 a.m, and this guy was beating on his woman outside, banging her head against the garage. He was just like really like beating her really bad. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, this isn't happening. But immediately I was like, I have to like call the police, like, you know. And for me, I just don't understand why women would stay in those situations or why men would tolerate those type of situations. Because you know, women. Go ahead, Jay.
No, what I'm saying is like, women stay in those relationships because that might be the type of relationship they want. They want the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? They like that. You know, they like that type of energy. You also got women that may stay because they are really in love with these dudes. Okay, they don't want him to be with nobody else, so they're gonna be in that situation, put up with it because they don't want him to go with nobody else. They don't want to be alone. They probably done, you know, this is the guy they probably been trying to get with for a while, and they done got with him. They won't let him go, you know. And just women just.
Yeah, I would not want to deal with that.
Yeah, it's like Angela Simmons. Like, she basically admitted that she was with a guy that was toxic, but stayed with him because she didn't want people to perceive that relationship to be a failure. And I believe she was talking about a failure. Yep. So you had that situation too.
That is. That is. But this guy was telling her, like, bitch, I'll kill you. Like, he was just really, I mean, I would have, like, left him that, well, she had to know that he was abusive. That's what I'm saying. Men are women. These men know that the woman is abusive beforehand. And vice versa. Because the first moment somebody gets loud with me, then I can see, you know, that their demeanor, it would scare me and I would have to leave. I've never been in that type of situation, but I know that it's not something that I would want for myself, especially when you have kids. That's just not good. So I think this was an important topic, Jay, to bring awareness to the issue that there are women who are abusing men, and you know, it's not a good thing. And I mean, like you said, with women it's more normalized, like people don't really, you know, consider it a big deal, but I think that it is an issue.
Yeah, they don't. They laugh it off, like you see it in movies and commercials. The chick gets mad, she slaps the guy, you know. Like, it normalizes it. Like, it's okay for her to get upset and angry when actually she should not be putting her hands on somebody that's not putting her hands on them, you know.
Right. I've always been taught, you know, don't hit a guy if you don't want him to hit you.
Right.
Back.
That's how it should
be. Like, I believe in that. Like, I just wouldn't, you just don't know what to expect, or like you said, how they would react to that. So you have to keep your hands to yourself these days and control your emotions. Absolutely. Men and women.
Absolutely.
That's what it all boils down to. Thank you, Jay. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. But this is a really great live stream, and I'm really enjoying it. Okay. So,
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
Okay. You have a good day.
You too. Shout out to Brittany B calling in. You know, yeah, man. Don't put your hands on anybody, man. If you don't want nobody putting their hands on you, that should be a universal rule. But in this feminist society, they want women to believe that they can do whatever they want. There'll be no consequences when it comes to men, and that's just not the case. Not everybody's going to allow a woman to walk all over them. You got certain guys that are okay with that, and you got certain guys that aren't. we really have to make that normal. You know? Make that normal. But we are just in a situation of decay socially. We are in a social decay. That is why we need more logic. All right, Ms. Holmes. Appreciate you being here. You know. But for everybody here, make sure you like the stream. Let's see what this is. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man.
Boy, Dakota Springs, Absalom Pianki.
All right, cool, man. What's up?
Appreciate the love you bringing me on, man. I've been listening to your show.
Okay.
Followed you off of VS and everything like that. So definitely excited to be on tonight. And I like the topic, man. You got it going on.
Well, appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in. All right.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I just want to expound based on experience, because what I see, what I'm learning, of course, I'm a millennial. I'm 35, just turned 35.
Okay.
And kind of nervous, so excuse me. But
okay.
I've been with my lady for like a few years now. She's older than me, you know. She's like in her 40s. And speaking on the topic, she's put her hands on me numerous amount of times. Yeah, man. And how I dealt with it is like, I just give her space. I just fall back. Like, when they get to that point, it's like, because I was taught not to hit women. So when they get to that point, only thing I could do is try to restrain her or something,
Right.
And it's been like altercations. Maybe it's like, maybe it's other women, and they like, some people might say, he's cheating, and no, it's not that. I told her from the beginning, I'm into poly. So, I do court women. I don't sleep with them, but I may court them, or, talk and get to know them and stuff, or vet, whatever term you want to use. And, at first she said she was with it, and it's like when reality set in, it's like a whole bunch of this aggressiveness, and, and it's not, you're not listening to what I'm trying to, articulate to you. It's just more so this feminist shit, and it's like, you can't tell me this, and you can't do me that, down to the daughter, where it's like, you don't pay no rent here. And I'm like, I'm not paying no rent here because of the shit that I got to deal with, but I'll help you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I'm not going to break my back to do things for you, and it's not reciprocal.
I would definitely tell you not to be in those situations, man, because any I noticed that if especially a woman is like the house or whatever is in her name, she's going to use that against you. Not all women, but there are a lot of women who, if they're in that position, y'all get into an argument, she can just say, well, get out of her house. You know what I'm saying? She can pull a rank on you.
Yeah, I agree.
And you never want to be in those situations.
Luckily, that's never happened with her. I've had it happen to me before in the past with an ex.
Yeah.
And those were red flags. I had to leave her, automatically. But I haven't happened in this relationship. But not to throw in the bus under the bus. But I'm gonna be real, because I'm a real dude. In one scenario, her daughter called the police, trying to get me out the house. And I'm like, really? Yeah, based on her daughter's 17. She had another dude there, like her friend supposedly. He's 21. So I'm like, it's late. I didn't even know the dude's age, and I just know it's a weekday. So it was like 11 o'clock. They got school. I'm like, my man, you know what time it is? You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about that time. They got school. Y'all listening to music. Y'all chilling and all that. Like, it's a party. So he was cool. He was respectable. My man got up and everything. But Shorty spazzed. She was like, yo, you serious? You can't tell him to leave. She telling homeboy, sit down. I'm telling him to go. She's like, nah, sit down. You ain't got to go. Get up. No, sit down. I'm like, back and forth, you know what I'm saying? And her mom's is like, I guess she's in shock, and she's watching it. And so it's like, she's like, Mom, you going to let him do that? And she didn't say nothing. She was like, I just was playing. I told him he could stay for 10 minutes, but I was playing. I'm telling her, like, listen, I'm dead serious, Mo. It's too late. You got to go. So my man left. I walked him downstairs. Long story short, come back in the house. Shorty spazzed out. She started crying. She started yelling at me, cursing. She called the police. When the police came, I'm like, all right, I ain't going to leave and run before they come. I talked to them. They talked to her. They was like, yo, we can't tell him to leave because your moms ain't telling him to leave.
Yeah.
She's saying it's cool for him, so we can't tell him to leave. You know, they talking to her, and then the officer was like, tell you the truth, white dude. He's like, I can't tell you nothing, man. I got a 17-year-old at the house now. I can't tell her nothing. So I'm thinking, damn, you the law, and you can't even tell 17 you can't get her in line, and you telling me I can't do it neither. So you saying, well, we just screwed?
Yeah.
So that's my story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I love the girl. She older than me, but you know, it's like I still, like I said, I believe in poly. I do my thing, so I court and I vet, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I show her love. I do what I do. But when it gets hot like that, hostile, I just fall back.
Are you still with her?
Yeah, we still together. I'm trying to elevate her and build with her, but you know, I give her space because I don't want to be. I know it's like force feeding her. You know what I'm saying? And she's a good girl. You know what I'm saying? I know she's been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, but you know, I love my black woman at the same time. So it's not like, you know, I'm not saying.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, if the situation is toxic, man. If it's more negatives than pros, you can't stay in those situations under no circumstances. I'm not trying to break up. That's the thing. Y'all still together. So it's like, I can't just tell you just to walk out and leave. But what I can tell you is to do what's in the best interest of you. Put yourself first, you know, and not have to deal with these situations or walk on eggshells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes definitely sense. So, I mean, I'm as a brother, I mean, of course, I don't think I would be looked at as wrong as how I'm going about it, because I'm like, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning shit. I'm still learning. And I'm like, from what I'm learning, I'm like, I might be looked upon as like PUA, because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have no problems with women. You see what I'm saying? Like, I meet them, body contact, everything, and like, I'm hip to that. So I'm on them, and I don't chase. You see what I'm saying? So it's more like, you know, I'm picking up on signs that they're interested in me, and I just say, yo, take my number. They take my number, they call me, we hit it off like that. It's not like,
but I'm gonna say this, man.
And I'm looking for fives, nothing like that.
Listen, man, I want to help you out, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, just be straight honest with you, bro. I think that you need to get out that situation, and find your inner, self-confidence to not be in those situations ever again. Because as a man, I would say, you want to be able to be with a woman who respects you and doesn't see you as an inconvenience or doesn't see you as like a plus one. You want to be happy. You don't want to be walking on eggshells. You don't want to be like, man, if I do the wrong thing, she's going to flip. You should never have to think that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me being bluntly honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I appreciate that, and I agree with you 1,000.
Yeah, man.
Because I got people around me that's telling me that too. They like, yo, you still run? I got females that's like, you still with her?
Yeah.
And I'm like, not really, but I'm like, really. So I'm like guilty myself because I'm like still putting up with the shit. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Just take my advice, man. Like, think about you. And just figure out where you want to go. You don't want to be in a situation where you feel like you're boxed in. All right, but I gotta go, bro. But hopefully you think about that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the love. I hate to hold you out. I appreciate the love, man. I'm still checking it out.
All right, man. Shout out to you.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, you too, man.
One love.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Don't be in those situations like that, man. Ever. You don't want no woman sitting there thinking she can talk to you any kind of way. Those type of women, man, they don't make it into the kingdom of heaven. And they definitely don't need to be with a guy who is actually respecting them more than they respect themselves. You know what I'm saying? It seems like, you know, she believes that you have low self-esteem, and she believes that you're going to deal with her regardless. All she has to do is say she's sorry. But what happens the next time she gets upset? You know, she can take it out on you, and then it's, oh, you know, the kids, you know. I couldn't do it, man. I'm too opinionated. Yo, I'm too opinionated, and I'm too strong-minded, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't deal with that from my mother. I'm not going to deal with that from a woman that I'm, you know, screwing for the most part. You know. You know, I think the whole purpose of me doing content is to basically tell men that you are in control of your destiny, and you choose where you want to go in life. You know, you choose where you want to go in life. But I hope you're able to find that inner strength to move on. You know, we all need that. But shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, don't let no woman think that she can control you or disrespect you, and again, apologize like nothing happened. You know? A woman should be afraid to get up in your face and talk shit to you and tell you what to do. Because she doesn't want to lose you. And two, you know, you don't want to have to give her a verbal talking to, you know. And a logical verbal talking to. Got to keep it logical. You know, you don't want to get disrespectful about nothing. That's it for the phone lines, man. But shout out to everybody that came through, called in. I say Lisa here. Someone on Lisa. I say Lisa here. Lisa. Yeah, K Parker. She's a man beater. She's definitely a man beater. And we have a lot of these women, man. They so comfortable putting their hands on dudes, man. Like, that lets you know times have changed. I think a lot of guys also see it as, if I hit her, then people are gonna be upset at me. But some guys don't care. Some guys will still put their hands on a woman and not even care, because that's their first reaction. If you disrespect them, they're gonna make an example out of you. You put your hands on somebody, gonna make an example out of you. You know? So you have to be very wary of that. Well, Abby, usually people usually give a late fee or they call in. You know? Maybe I can think of something else. We usually it's a late fee or you call in to the stream. You know? That's usually how I do it, man. Let me just say this about Meg Thee Stallion real quick. Cause I see somebody brought up in the chat. And you got some people that are saying that black men were angry. Black men were upset. Meg Thee Stallion herself said that she saw a lot of jokes, but she didn't see like vitriol from black men. I was thinking about this the other day. You know, there are certain women who are so bitter at the world, right? They think that every time black men react to something, that they're jealous or mad. G-Eazy has a whole girlfriend who actually sent a subliminal post basically calling Meg Thee Stallion a thought by using her own song. So, again, we have to look at the type of people that is being defended in the situation. Meg Thee Stallion didn't say that black men were angry at her, because we're not. We don't care if these black women are swirling, because we always know how those things end. They end up getting back with a brother. So it's like, we can make jokes out of it because it did look funny and crazy, especially because Meg Thee Stallion is looking like the third wheel. because the dude already has a girlfriend. So how does Meg Thee Stallion look good in that situation? She is the side woman in the situation. G-Eazy has a whole girlfriend. Black men were making jokes. They were making jokes about it being Black History Month. Black men are not sweating G-Eazy being with Meg Thee Stallion. I seen more women who were upset at Meg Thee Stallion than men. But see, that's that misinformation. That's that we want black men to be angry that we're with these Caucasian. It's like black men don't care. Black men got so many options out here. They don't give a damn that you're rolling around on a couch with a dude who's 2 sizes smaller than you. Yes, we're really upset about that you're rolling around with a guy who's a couple inches shorter than you. Okay? Who you even said yourself likes the the Fendi makeup, which was a shot at him. And you also got the fact this dude has a whole girlfriend. You're not even the girlfriend, so what are you? Like, what are you in that situation? He has a whole other woman. So what are black men angry or jealous about again? What are we upset about? He has a whole girlfriend. So what are you? What is Meg Thee Stallion, the woman that y'all are defending? What is she? She definitely ain't his girlfriend. So you're rolling around on the couch with a dude who's not even your boyfriend, who has a whole other woman that he's dealing with. Meg Thee Stallion looks like a thizzot in that situation. I don't care how her fans try to spin it. And what was funny was that Meg Thee Stallion was trying to be cool with the girlfriend because they met last year at some event, and she was trying to be buddy-buddy with the girl. And then Meg Thee Stallion gonna come out and say that she didn't let G-Eazy smash. The reason why she's saying that is because people were clowning her. They weren't mad at her or jealous. They were clowning both of them. That is why she said that he didn't smash. Because she probably looked back on it because she probably was drunk. She probably looked back on it and say, yeah, that does look weird. My family has been going through. Well, hopefully everything is better, Lisa. Shout out to Lisa. She's the resident MILF. Yeah, Ernest, they want us to kill. We don't give a damn. Did I make a video about it? Absolutely not. Mo Gravy, what's going on? I see you. Did I make one video about Meg Thee Stallion? I didn't give a shit. I have to be motivated to make a video. I'm not even motivated. I reposted the video on my Twitter timeline and kept it pushing. If the female that y'all support has to do that for attention or for promotion, then what kind of female artists do y'all support? You know? Black men wasn't mad. Like, black men were clowning her. That's why she was laughing about it. She even said it herself that people were making jokes. She didn't see anger from black men. She saw jokes. I saw jokes. I didn't see black men angry. Why would we be angry about a chick rolling around the couch with a dude 2-3 inches shorter than her, smaller than her? Dude looking like a whole woman in the situation. Dude looked like a whole female in the situation, man. What exactly what we be jealous of? Because we're not, slobbering Fendi makeup. What exactly are we angry about? People talking about he looked like a girl, like a whole female in the situation, man. What are we supposed to be angry about? I'm confused. What are we supposed to be angry about? Most of these females in the industry swirl just as much as the dudes do. But there are times where you're just not going to know about it, in that situation. Meg wanted everybody to see her rolling around on the couch with this white boy. And what's funny is that he got a whole other female he deal with. He has a whole other female he deal with. So what are you in the situation? You're rolling around with somebody else's man that don't make you look good. You know? Yeah, I think it is Fendi by Rihanna. That's what she tweeted. Fendi or Fashionista. I think it was Fendi. So we really have to look at these certain situations, man, because I'm seeing these women on social media talking about how we didn't like the fact that she's rolling around with this guy who has a whole other female. What exactly will we be angry about, jealous about? I just don't get it. Maybe one day somebody will say something about how I'm supposed to feel, because I've never been pressed about Meg Thee Stallion and who she's dated. The only thing I've spoken about with Meg Thee Stallion was that she's being used by these social media, social justice warriors, feminists, to push a feminist agenda. And you got women who think that it's all about empowerment to be screwing around with different men. I'm sorry. You're not a dude. Well, some people may think you're a dude, but if you're a female and you're screwing different men, that's not empowerment. That is being a thought, because you can't. You're not a man. Yes, men who screw a whole bunch of women could be considered a whore themselves, but at the end of the day, if he wraps it up, he ain't gonna have no kids. If you got a female who is sleeping around and them dudes ain't wearing no protection, she can get pregnant and have a kid. So her situation, she has to be a lot more careful, and she can put mileage on her body, to the point to where they're going to be dudes who are not going to want to date her seriously. Megan is a pimp of what? What is she pimping? Herself? She ain't pimping no dudes. Moneybagg Yo talking about how bad her body odor is. That's her ex-boyfriend saying this. And I think he rapped it in a song. Was it a song or a freestyle? He talked about her body odor. Like, maybe that's what pushed her to do this. But that dude slept with her. And if it wasn't a big deal, he probably would have never said anything. But obviously it may have been a big deal. Meg said G-Eazy giving his money to Megan. Oh, so he's paying her. So in that situation, she's not no pimp. She's being paid, You got Cardi B, people, body odor allegations. You got Meg Thee Stallion body odor allegations. You haven't heard any body odor allegations towards Nicki. I think it probably because Nicki probably does take care of herself. That's one thing you can't say about that. You can say that she's not criticized for. But you're seeing various women in the industry. K. Michelle. When more than one person says it, then I have a hard time believing it's a lie. Okay? These dudes talk to each other. These rappers talk to each other, man. You may not think, because you're screwing just one rapper, he's not talking to other people. Other friends, I guess. Oh, okay. You just dodged a bullet with K. Yeah, he never claimed her publicly either. He never claimed K. Michelle publicly either. Because that's how desperate K. Michelle was to be with him. She was willing to just be in the background. But I also think it was because K. Michelle was dealing with other dudes too. Why is Cardi married? You sound crazy. I'm going off of what people have said. And again, everything is alleged. I didn't use allegedly, but everything is alleged. Of course, everything is alleged. I'm not saying that I know her body, senses. I'm saying I'm going off of what allegedly others have said, No, he just said that I think he said her arms or her body odor, but not her box. He said her body odor. I'm not crazy at all. I just read reports. Just a lady. I read reports. But again, it's all alleged, right? Now you can exit my chat room caping, okay? Before I have to pull up articles or videos. God, I think I did good today. I pissed off a few people, so I think I did all right. Are you talking about K Michelle or Cardi? I think we got a Barty, or a Cardi fan. What they call Cardi fans? Barties? Is that what they call Cardi fans? Barties? You know what they call them? Get them to. It's all alleged, man. Don't get mad at the messenger. Always get mad with the messenger, man. I have to pull up interviews of different sources. Everything is alleged. God damn it. Blueface took back what he said, and the thing is, man. Blueface to me don't come off as a liar. The dude recorded himself kicking his mama and his sister out, man. Like, come on, man. He took it back because he didn't want it to affect his money. That's why. But why would somebody say Blueface of all people said it? Why not somebody else that she's talked to in the industry? Why did Blueface of all people bring it up? Retardies. Hold up. Ready to be called retardies. Nikki Barbs are gay men. Well, I can agree with that, just a lady. A lot of the Barbs are gay males, and you got the females who have their rainbow flags. All right, Bella. Yeah, man, like, why all these people lie, especially K. Michelle? I mean, when more than one is saying it, then we got to stop talking about how none of that is happening. Yeah, everybody tweets and deletes. But again, allegedly, someone said it. Allegedly. Y'all coming at the messenger, man. I don't lie. What point would it be for me to lie, man? What point would it be for me to lie? What am I going to lie about? What is there for me to lie about? There's no reason for me to lie. I cite sources. I cite sources. But everybody want to get upset at the messenger. I don't get that. What does me speaking that truth, and then people want to be like, well, Jane, you're not telling the truth. Tell the truth, Jane. Telling you the truth. I cite sources. There's nothing for me to lie about. I cite sources. You hear me? Nothing for me to lie about, eh? Jaye, you listen to them. I've heard her music before, Ryan. She's cool. But that's the thing, like, I mean, I haven't seen her social media like that. But people like that are not going to get play on the radio. Not radio, goddamn. Well, radio, yes, and you're not going to see them all over blogs. You're not going to see them attention whoring, pulling out stunts for attention like some of these other people do. Meg Thee Stallion, y'all claim what she's doing is for, publicity. Why would she need that for publicity? That just doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right, people. That's it for me. Shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah. I think that's it for me. I think that's it for me as far as this live stream go. Make sure y'all follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Especially on Twitter, man. I'm posting more and more on Twitter. So definitely follow me on there. I moderately post on Instagram. Facebook, I post just mainly video links. But if y'all want to follow me over there, that's fine. Yeah, man, this has been a good show, man. I appreciate the energy. I appreciate the people that don't like me showing up. I'll tell you, man, people will watch you and then be like, they don't like you. So they're like, okay, well, why are you watching me then if you don't like me? You don't like me. But you're here because you can't stay away. The one thing that people that don't like me can't do is stay away. They got to listen to me. They got to listen to me. They got to listen to me. Yeah, Kayla, you're a little late, Kayla. If I had the phone lines up, you'd have to call in. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you're late. You got to call in or you got to hit the donate button. But Kayla, follow me on Twitter, man. Appreciate that, worldwide. Yo, Kayla, follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram to get notifications when I go live, especially on Twitter and Instagram. All right, Darius. Can you do that for me, Kayla? And for the rest of y'all too, be coming in late. Especially I put up videos on Instagram when I go live. Like, hey, come to YouTube, I'm going live. So some of y'all gotta put that work in. I'm tired of putting in all the goddamn work. Y'all gotta put in some work too. Or I'm gonna start making y'all call in. I'll be waiting at the door for that fee. For that late fee. I'm be standing at the door, rocking back and forth, waiting, like looking at my watch or looking at my phone. What's up, man? Why you late? Why you late? What's up? What the problem is? You got to do what? What about coming to the show? All right, people, that's it for me. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm going to play one of my throwback instrumentals. And, yeah, man. That's all I got to say. That's it.